Alright, let's dive into one of science's most infamous inventions, the nuclear bomb. Now before we go any further, let me be crystal clear. Never, under any circumstances, should anyone try to build anything remotely like what I'm about to describe. This is strictly for science curiosity. Think of it like learning about volcanoes, not jumping into one. So, how does a nuclear bomb actually work? Well, at its core, it all comes down to one thing: splitting atoms, or nuclear fission. Picture an atom like a tightly packed cluster of marbles. If you hit it just right, it pops open, releasing a burst of energy and a few spare marbles. Those free marbles then smash into other atomic clusters, causing them to pop too. This creates a chain reaction. One split sets off another, and it all happens in a fraction of a second. The result? An explosion millions of times more powerful than ordinary explosives. Let's break down the basic recipe, not to make but to understand. First, you need special ingredients: uranium-235 or plutonium-239. These are rare and extremely hard to get. The trick is to bring enough of this material together in what's called a critical mass. Imagine bringing two halves of a dangerous puzzle together. When they touch, the chain reaction kicks off. But here's where it gets wild: the bomb design. The simplest type is the gun-type bomb. It's like firing one chunk of uranium down a barrel into another chunk. Bang. They combine, the chain reaction starts, and the explosion follows. The more sophisticated design is the implosion type. Plutonium sits in the middle, surrounded by conventional explosives. When triggered, these explosives squeeze the plutonium so tightly that it becomes supercritical. Think of squashing a grape until it bursts, but with atoms. Of course, building anything like this is not just difficult, it's downright impossible for anyone outside a nation-state, and it's totally illegal. The science, however, is fascinating. It's a story of physics engineering and the terrifying power locked inside the tiniest particles. At the end of the day, nuclear weapons change the world, for better or worse. Understanding the science behind them isn't about making one, it's about appreciating how raw, natural forces can be harnessed and why they must be treated with the utmost respect. If you found this peek inside the science of nuclear bombs intriguing, make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe for more mind-blowing science. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. I'm always up for a good science chat.